Delate 10. The Mohenjo-Daro Ash Layer. In the Indus Valley, the city of Mohenjo-Daro presents a chilling archaeological puzzle. Researchers like David Davenport have long pointed to the city's layer of radioactive ash. This stratum suggests a sudden high-intensity thermal event. Buildings are collapsed in a central epicenter, implying a directional blast. Human skeletons were found sprawled in the streets as if caught by surprise. Forensic analysis has noted signs of extreme heat exposure on these remains. The heat required to vitrify bricks in this manner is monumental. Ordinary house fires lack the caloric density for such structural transformation. Some suggest a localized atmospheric explosion occurred here. Others point to the Sanskrit epics describing weapons of fire. Measurements of the debris indicate a localized zone of destruction. The intensity is inconsistent with natural geological phenomena. Even the clay pottery found nearby shows evidence of liquefaction. This anomaly remains one of the most debated topics in Indian archaeology. Historians often ignore the data points that conflict with established timelines. We must re-examine the physical evidence left in the dirt. Could this be the remains of an ancient forgotten conflict? The physical trace of this event is undeniable. Science demands we look at the facts without bias. This mystery invites us to question our assumptions about the ancient world. The vitrified forts of France. In the heart of France, specifically the Massif Central, exist dozens of vitrified ramparts. These ancient defensive structures display a bizarre chemical alteration. The granite has been fused into a slag-like material. Local legend claims these were the sites of great, final battles. Yet, standard archaeology often struggles to explain the heat source. The vitrification is not random, but follows specific structural lines. Archaeologist Leon Husey first brought these sites to international attention. He noted that the intensity of the heat was deliberate. The walls are not just burnt, they are structurally transformed. Scientific sampling shows temperatures reaching over 1,200 degrees Celsius consistently. This is far beyond the capability of primitive wood fires. Furthermore, the chemistry suggests a chemical flux was added to lower the melting point. This indicates a sophisticated metallurgical process applied to massive walls. Some researchers argue for a specialized form of siege warfare. Others suggest this was a ritualistic abandonment of sacred sites. We see this phenomenon across multiple distinct Celtic hill forts. Each site shares the same pattern of catastrophic thermal damage. It forces us to ask, what energy source were they manipulating? There is no sign of accidental fire damage at these locations. The uniformity implies a technological capability we don't attribute to the era. 8. The Teotihuacan mica layers. In the center of Mexico, the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan hides a strange secret. Deep within its chambers, layers of mica were discovered. Mica is a silicate mineral that is highly resistant to heat and electrical conductivity. This material is not native to the area. It was brought from Brazil. Why would an ancient civilization import thousands of tons of mica? The layers were meticulously placed between the levels of the pyramid. Some theories suggest this was an insulation system for an unknown technology. Mica is used in modern electronics to prevent thermal discharge. The sheer quantity points to a highly specific engineering-focused purpose. Researchers like Hugh Harleston Jr. analyzed the geometric precision of the site. He discovered that the pyramid's layout correlates with solar system scales. The mica may have served as a capacitor or a stabilizer for resonant frequencies. The placement suggests it was meant to be protected from the environment. Once we understand the properties of mica, its usage here becomes suspicious. It is not an ornamental choice. It is a functional component of an advanced architecture. The builders intended for this structure to serve a purpose far beyond a tomb. We are looking at a machine, not just a monument. The energy signature of this site continues to baffle modern surveyors. We must peel back the layers of our own assumptions. The Antikythera mechanism's precision. Found off the coast of Greece in 1901, the Antikythera mechanism redefined history. This complex gear system dates back over 2,000 years. Its precision engineering matches the mechanical clocks of the 18th century. It calculated astronomical positions with incredible accuracy. Scientists like Derek Price reconstructed its function to show planetary cycles. How did an ancient society develop such advanced metallurgy and gears? The mechanism used differential gearing, a technology we thought was invented in the Renaissance. Its existence implies a deep, lost tradition of mathematics and mechanical design. Could this be a remnant of a more sophisticated Hellenistic industry? The gears are perfectly cut, indicating a high level of standardized manufacturing. This isn't a one-off curiosity. It implies a broader scientific context. We know the Greeks were obsessed with heavens, but this exceeds mere observation. It is a predictive machine meant to track cosmic mechanics. The bronze was salvaged from a shipwreck preserved in salt water. Researchers were initially baffled by its density and complexity. It forces us to reconsider the timeline of technological progression. We aren't looking at a primitive invention, but a refined piece of hardware. The mystery lies in the lack of similar finds in the record. Did this knowledge disappear during a catastrophic decline? It serves as a reminder that history is not a linear path of progress. Lead 6, the Bashkir Stone Map. In the Ural Mountains of Russia, the Dashka stone tablet defies geological classification. Found in 1999, it depicts a relief map of the region. The carving shows a level of topographical accuracy only visible from high altitude. It includes the major river systems of Bashkiria. The detail is so precise that geologists were stunned by its creation. Is it a topographical model or a strategic map for ancient travel? The map shows artificial channels, suggesting massive engineering projects. Carbon dating on the shell fossils embedded in the stone is unreliable. Some claim it is 120 million years old, which is biologically impossible. However, the artistry suggests an intelligence that understood regional geography from above. Could it be a piece of a larger global surveying project? The stone itself is a complex ceramic-like material. It is harder than standard granite, indicating a specialized manufacturing process. The scale is 1 billion for the relief, a common scale in modern cartography. It proves that the ancients were not merely wandering tribes. They had a sophisticated grasp of landscape and territory management. This artifact challenges the notion that aerial perspectives are a modern invention. We are looking at a masterwork of ancient cartographic science. It shifts our view of human reach and capability. The map survives as a testament to forgotten technology. Vi 5, the Battle of Kurukshetra's debris. The Mahabharata depicts a war of cataclysmic scale at Kurukshetra. It mentions weapons that shine like 1,000 suns. Conventional history treats these as poetic metaphors for arrows, but some explorers see evidence of high-energy warfare. The site contains layers of fused earth and metallic fragments. Some argue this was a localized nuclear-style event. The texts describe a weapon called the Brahmastra, which strikes with absolute force. Survivors of the event described hair loss, skin lesions, and falling birds. These descriptions are eerily consistent with radiation poisoning. Is it possible that a lost civilization used directed energy? We look at the scorched sites in Rajasthan with this perspective. The soil composition in certain zones suggests extreme heat shock. Many academics dismiss this as tribal conflict. However, the scale of destruction is not characteristic of simple warfare. We see widespread environmental scarring that persists today. Could the ancient scriptures be an eyewitness account of a high-tech collapse? The evidence of extreme temperatures is the most compelling factor. It suggests that our historical understanding of conflict is narrow. We are likely looking at the aftermath of an advanced industrial society. The debris field tells a story that words cannot fully capture. Or the Puma Punku stone joints. Puma Punku is a site of architectural impossibility in the Bolivian Andes. The stones are carved from diorite, one of the hardest materials on Earth. They feature perfect, laser-straight cuts and interlocking joints. Some blocks contain holes that appear to be drilled with extreme precision. The The craftsmanship exceeds the capability of copper tools, which were standard for the time. How did they achieve this level of machining without modern equipment? Researchers like Graham Hancock have noted the baffling structural precision. The assembly resembles a massive prefabricated modular system. The site is a jigsaw of enormous stone components abandoned mid-assembly. Some blocks weigh over 100 tons, requiring immense logistical skill to transport. Archaeologists often claim they were moved by rollers, but the terrain is impossible for such methods. We must consider that these stones were cut using high-energy technologies. The geometry is too perfect for manual stone masonry. It looks more like precision moldering or ultrasonic cutting. The site reveals a mastery of physics and material science that we struggle to replicate. It challenges our concept of ancient tool sets. Every block is an engineering enigma that demands an explanation. Could this have been a workshop for advanced tools? The precision of Puma Punku is the ultimate test of our historical timeline. We must rethink the capacity of our ancestors. 3. The Giza Plateau Resonance. The Giza Plateau is not merely a tomb for pharaohs. The Great Pyramid exhibits extraordinary acoustic and resonant properties. Architecturally, it serves as a massive dampener and energy focus. Researchers like Christopher Dunn suggest it was a power plant. The internal chambers are made of high-grade granite, which contains quartz. When vibrations hit quartz, it produces electricity through piezoelectricity. The pyramid's orientation is accurate to the cardinal points by a tiny fraction. It aligns with the Earth's magnetic grid. Could the pyramid be a massive antenna meant for global energy distribution? The precision of the construction is unmatched by any building in existence. The stone blocks fit so tightly that a knife cannot enter. This level of craftsmanship implies advanced knowledge of mechanical engineering. The pyramid acts as a resonator for Earth's own frequencies. We see evidence of this in the specific resonant chambers found inside. It was not meant to bury the dead, but to host life-extending resonance. The energy gathered here was likely used for large-scale operations. It challenges the academic consensus of burial sites. We are viewing the largest piece of hardware ever built by humans. Giza is a key that opens the door to an energy-efficient ancient world. Every aspect of the design points toward functional utility. The Libyan Desert Glass. In the Great Sand Sea of Egypt lies a stretch of pure yellow glass. It covers a vast area, shimmering under the sun. Chemically, this glass is 98% pure silica. It is identical to the glass found at the Trinity nuclear test site. The formation required temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Celsius. Traditional science suggests a meteor strike, yet there is no impact crater. The glass is spread over a field of hundreds of miles. This implies an aerial burst, perhaps a massive explosion in the atmosphere. Could this be the remains of a prehistoric nuclear conflict? The sheer scale of the desert glass suggests a release of energy equivalent to many megatons. The chemical purity indicates a very fast melting and cooling process. Nothing else in nature creates such massive, uniform sheets of silica. We are looking at a scorched landscape from an era we have completely forgotten. Geologists are baffled by the lack of debris from an impactor. The evidence supports the theory of a directed, high-energy event from above. We see this anomaly as a warning sign from our ancestors. They reached a point of catastrophic power and triggered an extinction-level event. The glass remains on the surface, a frozen reminder of the past. We must analyze the soil, not just the history books. This is our clearest glimpse into the destructive capacity of an ancient world. The vitrified fort of Scotland. In the Highlands of Scotland, ancient hill forts show signs of catastrophic thermal damage. The granite walls are not merely burnt. They are completely fused into glass. This process, known as vitrification, requires enormous energy. There is no evidence of local fuel sources like timber that could achieve such heat. Archaeologists have debated this for over a century. To boil granite, you need temperatures around 1,500 degrees Celsius. This is closer to the output of a modern rocket engine than a fire. It was not a siege weapon, but a total structural destruction. The walls exhibit chemical changes that are impossible to achieve in an open-air fire. We see this at over 60 different fort locations. It suggests a systematic, widespread thermal event. Some call it an ancient scorched earth policy, but the physics defies standard logic. It indicates an awareness of high-heat technology that we cannot explain. We are seeing the result of an energy weapon deployed against stone ramparts. The uniformity of the damage across multiple sites is the most haunting detail. It implies that these were not random accidents, but deliberate targets. We are witnessing the remains of a conflict we didn't know existed. The vitrified walls stand as monuments to a lost high-energy war. We have ignored the physical data for too long. It is time to treat these ruins as victims of a forgotten high-tech cataclysm.